right?
Okay, keep going.
Oh.
Okay. Yes, just stop it at 15. Okay, so they would indoctrinate the priests this way. Then, ultimately, they complained about the sanitation. They complained about the blood. What kinds of laws did they pass dealing with this church? Because the community was concerned, what did they want them to do in order to continue to practice?
They wanted them to take the animals to a slaughterhouse.
They wanted to take them to a slaughterhouse that was 50 miles away so they wouldn't have to deal with the blood. What else? 5, 4.
They want to relocate the church outside our area.
They wanted the church to move, but these laws weren't dealing specifically with that. They were dealing with the slaughtering of the animals.
Public sanitation, because it was animal feces.
They wanted the cleaning of the animals. We got that. There was one other thing, though, that people really get upset about when you talk about animals.
Noise?
There was noise, but you couldn't pass a law to make the animals shut up. 5.
Wasn't it because the animals were suffering?
Yeah, they were actually being housed cruelly. The church raised the case in court, and they basically said, you know what? If you make us drive 50 miles, if you change around the way that we're housing these animals, you're going to kill our free exercise rights. The city said, this is about sanitation, health, safety. We have the right to do this. Who won?
The church.
Why?
Because they said that they were targeting the church, and there weren't actually any health issues. They were actually pretty sanitary about everything.
Supreme Court said that these laws were not actually really dealing with sanitation and health, but you were targeting the church to specifically drive it out of the area. They said there were none of these issues present, and they said animal sacrifices were legal. Yes, they did. They also said, though, that if there were real issues, the animal sacrifices would not have been legal. Click it. Pick me a category. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 31 for Lawrence. 5, 10, 15, 23 for Emma. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 31 for Sadid. Claudia, 0. Soccer, no score. Pick me a category. You guys are playing for the lead.
Judiciary for 4 points.
Pornography quote. What was the famous pornography quote? Firsthand I see.
I know.
Who had it, D?
We had it because.
Okay, he said Emma.
I don't know how to define it, but I'll know it when I see it.
Go ahead and click it. Zoom in on her, by the way. Not so quick, Big D. Okay, that's not it.
That's Dictionary.
Judiciary, there you go. Pornography quote. Justice Potter Stewart. I don't know how to define pornography, but yes, 1, 2, 3, 4. I know it when I see it. Touch the house. Pick me a category, Emma's group. Go.
Establishment clause for 2.
Establishment for 2. Big rollers. Truth versus sincerity. Firsthand I see. You do have that one.
Truth versus sincerity is when you're trying to figure out if a religion is a real religion.
That's right. What do you do?
You have to see how sincere the person is about their religion. The example they gave was spiritual healer.
The faith healer.
Yeah, the faith healer.
Yes.
They were saying that, we're not sure, if it is actually, truthful.
Yes.
But you could tell that, he was really into it.
The Supreme Court basically said that you cannot prove the truth of a religion because oftentimes it's based on faith. It's based on things that aren't measurable, but you can prove the sincerity with which you hold the beliefs, and you're right, the faith healer is an excellent example of that. Click it, Big D. In order to determine if a religion is really a religion, for First Amendment protections, you do not measure the truth of the faith's beliefs or teachings. You must measure the sincerity with which one holds them, which is basically what you said. Click the house. Pick me a category. You have the lead now. Go.
Free exercise for 5 points.
Free exercise for 5. 2 arguments against adding a Bill of Rights to the Constitution. Go ahead. 5.
Ratification. There would have been
4.
an issue with ratification.
What's that?
There would have been an issue with ratification.
So these are 2 arguments against adding a Bill of Rights.